Hi, I'm Kane McGuire, and I'm joined by women's soccer head coach Kevin Sherry, and we're doing a season preview for the upcoming 2015 fall season. Coach, you welcomed 31 players this past Friday for report day. I guess for the 3Es, what was the energy, enthusiasm, and expectations for the players whenever they came Friday?
It was high because we have a big returning class, so they know the culture of the program, and one of the pillars of our program is that passion, and they bring it, and so it feeds into others when they join the program.
And like you said, with the all the experience coming back, you only welcomed 8 newcomers, which is probably the smallest group of newcomers you've ever had. And I know on the first day with the fitness test, you had 4 of your 5 freshmen actually pass the fitness test. That's got to be something rare and something that you were very encouraged to see.
Yeah, that's a record. That's the first time we've had so many pass the first time. And we just did a count today of the returners, how many of them had passed the first time, and it wasn't that many. So that's amazing that they could come in and reach that standard.
All right. How have you been able to beat the heat? I know y'all been going early in the mornings and late at night with practices. How has the team adjusted to that, and how have practices been going so far?
We've been going really early in the morning, like 6:30 sometimes, and then going late at night, 8 o'clock. I mean, the heat is unbearable. But even at night, we have to be careful because the sun may have gone down, but it's like an oven. You just can't breathe.
All right, let's go ahead and break down the roster and the positions. Start with your strikers. Of course, at top, you've got Katie Sloan, who's a preseason All-Conference USA selection. And you've got also Danya and Kaylee Hervey coming back and some newcomers. So how do you see that group mixing?
Yeah, you've got Mylene's going to be included in that group. You've got Katie Jade Cunningham from Shreveport and Mariah Rojas from the West Coast somewhere. So we've got a good group of about 6 or 7 there that are going to change time. And I think because that group is so strong, we're going to play more offensive players than we have done in previous years.
And what about the midfield? Midfield is so important to the style of play that you play with, the tactical approach. So obviously you got Brittany Beto, who's started almost every game that she's played in this year, going into her senior year. But how's that group looking right now?
Yeah, technically they're the best in the team. Brittany, Annabelle, Lisanne, Keely, Erica. Yaya's going to come into that group. So we've got a good technical group. 1 or 2 of those returners haven't passed the fitness test yet, and we have a standard: if you don't pass that, you don't play. So competition is on.
All right, and what about the back line? I know you've got Laura Lefevre, and then you've got Madison Dahl, a couple of experienced players, but you got to have a strong back line in order to play, especially in Conference USA.
Oh, absolutely. We've got people like Haley. Olivia's looking strong. Kendall, the transfer's coming in. Monica's now a sophomore and developed. We've got a good group of defenders that's it's going to be tough to choose from because they're all as good as each other.
All right, and then you return your goalkeeper as well. You know, talking about more experience with Kylie Sita, who returns from last year. She'll be a junior this year, but obviously depth is something you want to build at the goalkeeper position.
Yeah, we're always looking. Female soccer, the goalkeeper is probably the most important position, and we're lucky to have Kylie. We've got Jezebel the pusher. Maren's been working hard, but the one who's really sticking out is Faith. Faith's working really hard. She's been working over the summer. We've seen a lot of improvements there, so we didn't expect her to be pushing this early, but she's pushing to play.
And it's hard to believe it's only 10 days away from the season opener, August 21st at ULM. What are your thoughts going into the season opener? Opening on the road is always tough as it is.
Well, it's tough because it's a local rivalry as well, so there's going to be a lot of intensity there. But every game is tough. We're still looking at the pluses and minuses of our team, strengths and weaknesses. We still don't know exactly who's going to play and how we're going to play. That's going to take another week to 10 days. And so the non-conference schedule is a build-up towards conference. Come October or the end of September, we should have a really good idea of who's playing what and how and where and what's our style. We're not a team that has one style and that's the only way we play. We go into the season and we see what works and we see what doesn't work, and we kind of adapt and change as we go along, and then we find our way at the end.
And the team is going into their 3rd year in Conference USA, so you won't be playing anybody this year that you've never played before. You've played everybody at least once. But something that is new with the schedule is you have home and away weekends, something that you've never had before. What are your thoughts on that and preparation? I imagine depth will be of the utmost importance, being able to turn around travel so quickly like that.
So you play at home on a Friday, and then you have to travel on a Sunday instead of playing 2 homes or 2 aways. So it kind of breaks up the rhythm. But we've always noticed that Friday and Sunday, the Sunday game always comes down in intensity. It's not on purpose. It's just the sheer intensity of this level of soccer. But because we have such a good squad, I think we'll be able to handle it a bit more, and we won't put too much emphasis on one player to complete 2 full games in a row.
It's always so difficult because you only have 2 weeks to prepare for the season opener. But I guess for the next 10 days, what are some of your keys that you want to work on with the team preparing for the season?
We're kind of getting the new players into our philosophy of playing, because it's totally different to where they've come from. They're used to this kickball, physical, without even thinking soccer, and we're asking them to be more technical, to look around, to think about what they're doing, and that takes a long time to develop. We just had a conversation about that, and it'll be, for a lot of them, it'll be a 3-year learning process. But the sooner that they can get the idea and they start learning their roles, then we as coaches will start looking at who fits into which position, because of the strengths that they have or the weaknesses they have. So come the end of about 10 days, we should have a fair idea of what their best position is in college, and that sometimes can be different to what it is in high school or club.
All right, thanks, Coach. The Lady Texters open up the 2015 fall season next Friday, August 21st at ULM. That kickoff is at 5:30.